Hello, everybody. This is the Brett Davis podcast coming to you from beautiful Attorney King Studio in Coronado, California. Today, I have a good friend that I've known for a few years now, Stoney.Grimes. How are you doing?
Doing well, Brett, man. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you for this wonderful, it's always great talking with you, but you have this new company you're involved with. It's called Wellness Biosciences RX, correct?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about this.
It's a wellness-based products, consumables, CBD products, kind of like the cutting edge, medical grade. They have a huge facility, medical doctors on board. I've tried them in the past at different ones, and then this is the first that I've ever got results from. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to jump on board. That, and they're just, they're just very professional, and they run a first-class organization.
So other than those things you mentioned, what is it about the product itself? Because I know you're a science guy. I know you're very particular with what you get involved with. So for example, tell me a little bit about these things here. Here, hold on. Right there we go.
Those are a full spectrum gel cap. So that's from like the hemp plant, the whole plant. So it's kind of overall, kind of in your body. Like if you're having, it's like a little bit on digestive. Stress related, it just kind of a little bit of everything, a full spectrum. So it's not just targeted at one thing like a sleep oil or the energy drops. The full spectrum is like the whole plant. So you get to take advantage of the whole plant. Okay.
So you said it's good for digestion. So yeah. It probably has, if you break it down, is it high in omega-3 at all?
I'm not sure about the omega-3. I just know that the full spectrum is the whole plant. And then there's a little bit of some vitamins in it, but I'm not positive exactly what break it down to the T.
Well, I know hemp is very high in omega-3. That I do know. So it's probably got some in there somewhere, I would think.
Yeah, and they just started, not in the sample pack, but they have a new product called Metered, which is a sublingual, and it like for the stress kind of anxiety, and it's a peppermint. Put it on your tongue, in about 5 to 10 minutes, you have this really cool calm feeling.
Is that this one right here?
No, the Metered is brand new. It wasn't in the that wasn't in the pack that I sent you. These are got the sleep,
there you go,
the energy oil, and then the balm is really, really good for any kind of muscle aches, soreness. Really, really good. Yeah, the balm. That's a little test sample.
Very cool.
No, not oily. Just goes right on. Rinse your hands off. It's really, really good. You have to put it on. I know that you're probably sore from working out.
No, if I was working out with you, I probably would need it. I have sissy workouts. Stoney-Grimes workouts. I don't know. I probably would need like cases and stuff.
You don't have sissy workouts.
So this is a phenomenal. I look forward to trying the products and seeing how they do help with recovery, and that's basically what it's for, is for recovery. And what else?
Oh, just overall. I mean, there's the basis behind the medical doctors on our end is we work for about over 100 medical professionals. So what they do is they come in and they like educate them, not to replace anything. It's not a pharmaceutical, like, something you get over the counter, but it's like they're trying to get there with the people that are on a lot of the opiates and stuff like that, you can put that in and kind of wean them off, or have that, and they can kind of get off stuff that they're on, like the stress, the benzos, stuff like that. They're trying to get that in and educate the doctors and give them another avenue, to help people, because that's the biggest thing in our country right now is people that are addicted to opiates. So that's one thing they're doing. And then just coming in and helping, educate doctors, because a lot of doctors that have no idea about CBD, they're just learning about it. So I think that's really cool that you can go out and help the medical profession as well.
So a lot of people that are tuning in for the first time. So you're also, of course, a wellness coach expert. You've been involved with the health and the body for years, for over 30 years, actually. It's hard to believe because you look like you're 35. So you started when you were 5. It's working, man. It's all working on. I mean, look at you. As soon as I saw you, I felt like hiding. I mean, you look like this young, spry young guy. The product is working, right? I mean,
right. Yeah, that, I got a good wife that keeps me young.
So anybody out there that's having any types of challenges, what would you tell them about this product? Let's say they're having sleep challenges. What can they expect from this?
Yeah, well, I think that's one of the best products that we have. You can expect no sedation in the morning, about 30 minutes before you take about a gram, which is a little stopper full, about 30 minutes before bed, and then you get some deep sleep, wake up, no hangover or anything. That's a really good one because a lot of people have problems with sleeping, and then a lot of people are taking stuff that they get used to. This stuff you can't take. Well, if the recommended dosage, you never want to take any more because more is not better with the CBD. So you just take what's prescribed, and you got to test it out because not everybody's different. There's some other really good companies out there. I haven't experienced any, but I know there are from other people that are telling me. So we want you to test them, like anything, we like the sample pack I sent out. I mean, that's just the way that you want people to take a test drive, instead of just asking them to buy without testing. So I think that's another thing that we do.
Well, I think one thing it's also great, and this, testimonials never hurt either. And I'm sure you've got thousands of those and hundreds of thousands of them probably because if the product's an excellent product, I'm sure how long has it been around now?
Going on a year.
Okay.
And
so probably go ahead.
Another thing they have on there on the back, you can go to the little code and it'll pull up a certificate of analysis on each one. Third party, so it'll tell you exactly what's in there. And so that's another thing. I mean, it is what it is. It's not, there's a lot out there that what they say is not in there. And that's what we do is we do the analysis from a third party company to let you know what's in there. It's true. So.
How effective do you think it would be for somebody that has anxiety?
Well, from the people that I've helped and like with the energy and then the full spectrum, I mean, it's a calming thing. It's not going to be something like it's kind of subtle. And then the more that I've experimented with it, it's subtle, but it definitely works, as far as I mean, it took me, it's about after the first week, maybe 10 days, I really started feeling all the products. And I just, I used the balm. I love the energy, the sleep. Like I said, we have the new ones that are coming out. They're always coming out with new products as well. Just, it's a cutting edge company. So.
That's great. What have you, is your wife taking it, of course?
Yes, my wife, she takes the sleep and she loves the balm and the energy. Yeah. And she was skeptical at first about the sleep because she's really, she can't even take more than one Tylenol. She's not going to take anything to sleep. And then she works a lot. So she gets a little bit of stress with that, but got her on a couple times. And then she went to being skeptical, but I love the sleep oil. So she's liking it. Well,
the thing is, and it's always nice to hear a woman's take on this because, I mean, we've talked about what it does. Most people will think, oh, there's two guys talking about. When you hear women talk about things, they're very particular. I think more than guys a lot of times.
Oh yes. Very particular, especially Kim. She'll tell you how it is.
That's good.
Another thing I wanted to tell you was the one thing that I learned from this company was they have this chart, a graph of, I had no idea. There's a lot of people that have no idea about CBD because a lot of them think that, well, what if I take it? Can I pass a drug test? So forth and so on. So you kind of have to educate them on that as well, where it's from the hemp plant. It can't go over 0.03. That's anything over that is THC. So it's legal, and of course we couldn't carry it. But I'm just saying you have to educate people because a lot of people don't know, and a lot of people think that could be illegal. So,
is there anything if let's say you take that and you're taking something else, maybe is it having a way of maybe throwing a drug test off? Because I know sometimes when you combine certain things, and maybe that's, I don't know, it's just off my mind because I know there's certain things you mix together and they may make something come out.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. I'm not for sure, but I just know that when I come across people, they're like, well, what could I pass a drug test at work? And I'm gonna have to explain to them that it's not the THC, it's from the hemp plant and not the marijuana plant. So
what about inflammation in the body? I mean, does this have an effect on that?
What was that again? I'm sorry.
Inflammation. Does it have
again, the full spectrums, inflammation, stress, anxiety, digestive, overall. I have a lady that is 75 and she has had her leg cut off from a shooting accident years ago. And she has severe arthritis. And when she takes the medication from a doctor, it kills her stomach. So she'll take it for a little, and then she'll do ibuprofen for a little bit, and then go back to that because it really, really hurts her. So we got her on the full spectrum, and it's made a big difference. I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not like the stuff from the doctor, but it's made a big difference. And that's something that's another testimonial of somebody that has the arthritis, and she takes the full spectrum, and it's really helping her. So
that's inspiring. There's a lot of people that have a lot of these things that you're talking about, the sleeping challenges, pain in the body for whatever, anxiety, anything else that we can add that maybe it might help.
Well, I would just say, it's a little bit of the overall, like, again, just the overall aches, pain, stress, anxiety, energy, sleep. So it's a little bit of the whole, it's just a little bit of everything. So you just kind of see what works for you. And like I said, everybody's different. So you have to do the little test to kind of find out what your dosage is and how it works, and, and go from there.
So if anybody has any questions and they want to talk to you, contact you, what's a good website that they can look at, and also a way to contact you?
They can look at, let's see, it's WBRXsciences.com. You know what, Brett? Let me make sure.
Yeah, do it. Let's make sure we got the right website.
Yes. It's so funny that you asked that, because I'm there all the time, but you know what I mean?
It happens.
Yeah. Yeah. And then also just with me on, Facebook Messenger, or
Okay.
I'm always on there, or my Stoney Lee, STONEYLEE at earthlink.net.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay. We're going to put it on the link also, Sarah says. The other thing is, okay, so what was it about? And I don't think we covered this. What was it about the company? Because you've been around the block a few times. You know kind of what's legit. You're very good at thorough at checking things out. What was it about this company in particular that that resonated with you?
Well, I was invited to an event, and it was in Houston, and it was a WBRX event, and they had two of the doctors on the medical board, and so I was there, and like I said, I didn't know very much about it then, and so what was really key to me was, the doctor went up and went over the products that they have, and how to use them, and I mean, there's that, and just spending time with them really just kind of opened my eyes, because I mean, they use it in their practice, and then they train other professionals how to use it. So that's what really caught my eye, and then they have a lot of studies, which is huge. Back in the day when we were taking the metrics and the EAS, how Bill Phillips was always big on studies. And that's always been something that kind of back what you say and what you have. And so that's what really caught my eye. And then the guys that run it are just great and just humble and all about service. And so that was another thing that was big with me, was that.
It's very good. So again, the name of the company is Wellness Biosciences RX. I like the kind of the little quote, inspire, lead, grow, grow. Inspire, grow. That's really cool. So yourself, I mean, you've had some injuries through the years.
Yeah. You know what? The fortunate thing, when I was doing bodybuilding for 10 years, I really never had a surgery or injury besides just aches and pains. But afterwards, years later, I've had had a full quad rupture about 4 years ago. And then, not really that was the only really physical knee injury from working out, but the other was just basic, hernia from working out. That's another one. But I was pretty lucky with not to have surgeries when I was competing. But as I gotten older, I have to back off a little bit. But I was really lucky. But then again, I really took care of myself, and I didn't really overdo it, because that's the worst thing you can do, is just go too hard and just wear yourself out. So I was lucky. Lee Labrada was my mentor, and he was always right on the side of just take care of yourself. And so I learned from one of the best. So that really helped me.
Well, I think that time frame, he was one of the best. You're definitely one of the best. I always had a lot of respect for you, because you were no nonsense. You always, very knowledgeable guy, and you always look great. Also won the Mr. Universe, which you're embarrassed to talk about, of course. Always, like to talk about those accolades. You're not that kind of guy, but you did win it. You did get it.
No. Actually, I was on the universe team and we won. So I was the middleweight, finished 10th. Then we have the other guys. So our team universe won. But man, I would take that. I'll take that I won the universe.
Well, you were on the team.
Yeah. Yes,
So,
I was.
that counts for something.
There you go. Yeah, that was a great experience. The whole thing about competing was I really enjoyed it, but it's really, really hard. I mean, and what you've done is to, get your pro card. So I was always caught up in that, but it just got to be where you got to win your class, second, third, fourth, fifth. And so, I didn't end up getting my pro card, but, that's how I met Bill, was through bodybuilding. And then I got a great job and like a business degree from him. So that was my pro card, was a new, a great job, and then continued on and learned more and more about that and fitness and everything. So that was my pro card. But yeah, it's a difficult sport. It's very, very hard, as you know, to get that and to move into the pro ranks. But I did great and I enjoyed it. And I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Well, no, I mean, I think everything happens for a reason. One thing I learned from you, because you were my coach in the day with a company called Transformation, and everything doesn't happen by accident. And I think what we need to do is learn from all our experiences and realize that we're on a travel. God has a plan.
Yes.
And if we give 100% faith in what that plan is, it always works out okay, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. For sure. He's got the plan, and try to stay out of the way.
Exactly. When we get involved, we mess things up.
Yeah, I do. I try to stay out of the way, and sometimes I have to remind myself daily. And if I don't, I get reminded. He'll remind me.
Well, I think this company's fantastic, and we'll be talking more about it. And I myself look forward to getting on. I wanted to talk to you first before I started, because I just thought it would be a good way to have something to talk about later on when I do get on it.
Sure.
How many products do they have?
Well, right now they have the sleep, and then they have the energy, the balm, and then the full spectrum gel caps. And then they have the new one, the meter, which is the sublingual, which is the full spectrum. And then they have an inhaler as well that works like the gel cap. So that's the main products right now that they have as far as for the CBD.
So what, just for people out there that don't know this, what's the advantage to having the inhaler?
I think it's just like the sublingual you have, and then you have the oil, which under your tongue it absorbs, but the inhaler bypasses your liver, so it comes in right away. It's in your system, just like the sublingual. It goes right into your system and it bypasses your liver. So not that going in your liver you can absorb, but that when you bypass it, you have a better chance of probably absorbing more. So
it probably gets in your system faster through the mist, right?
Yes, right away. Yeah, it does. It does. I've experienced it every day. It gets in there quick.
Okay, I appreciate that. So again, what's the website again?
It's WBRXsciences.com.
I've always enjoyed talking with you, and to this day, I still learn from you, from your daily quotes, from life, from everything that you're involved with. You're a man of God. You're a good person, and I've always liked you, and I respect you, and I know that what you get involved with has got to be top notch. So, again, everybody, if you get a chance, check this product out. I highly recommend it. It looks great. I'm going to start on it today, and it's Wellness Biosciences RX. Mm-hmm. And I appreciate you. Were you going to say something?
No. I was nodding. Mm-hmm.
Well, I look forward to coming down to see you in Houston. Sarah and I look forward to seeing you guys.
Yeah, I'd love to see you too, man. I really appreciate you, and I admire you and your program and your podcast, and just like what you're doing. I saw you kind of work up the ranks and stuff, and I knew that you were going to do it the last couple of times that we met back in the days. I saw you a couple of times, and I said, I told Kim, I said, you watch, he's gonna do something. You've done it, so congratulations with that.
Well, I appreciate that, but there's a lot more to do, and I'm a tool. God's using me as a tool. That's all it is. I work for God.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I work for Sarah, but well, it's great seeing you.
Great seeing you. I appreciate you having me.
Good, and look forward to talking to you more and seeing what we can do to help more people.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Take care, Stoney.
Okay. Thank you.
Take care. I want to thank my sponsors. Thank you, Stoney.Grimes, for being on the show. And of course, my sponsors, Indian Motorcycle of San Diego. Great bikes. Indian Motorcycle is a beautiful motorcycle. I'd like to also thank Attorney King for his support, and also our teachers event coming up, where we're going to honor 36 deserving teachers for all the wonderful things they've done during this crazy pandemic. Also, Serrano's and Coronado, thank you for what you do. IB Fitness and Marina, thank you again so much for what you do. And of course, Saquon, thank you very much for your support. And we look forward to doing our teachers event at your beautiful location. And of course, George Jackson, the gym. The gym is helping us honor our law enforcement officers. And I look forward to working more with George on that. And again, the gym, they're wonderful. They just have a new location in Chula Vista in California. So everybody take care. Have a great week. We'll see you Wednesday at 10 o'clock.